Let's look at the big picture. Bringing a product to market involves a multi-phase process, which in the past has required multiple systems with a lot of room for inefficiency and error. With MasterControl, you get a quality management system that connects every phase of the process into a single compliant platform. From the product plan to regulatory approval, supplier specifications, manufacturing, and so on, you no longer have to use multiple systems to manage the product lifecycle. Let's take a look at a few ways MasterControl's quality management system optimizes, tracks, and connects each phase in the process, starting with the project plan. MasterControl has a projects module that allows you to set up projects with specific tasks. Here you can monitor the progress of the various tasks associated with each project. You can see who a task is assigned to, view its current status, dependencies, progress, and duration. MasterControl's collaboration workspace allows each member of the team to collaborate with other designated members. They can view the details of a task and share and edit important information and documentation. Once the document is completed and submitted for approval, the project plan is automatically updated. With MasterControl, regulatory processes are easily managed. For this example, let's say we're in the pharmaceutical industry. These are the folders and document structures for common technical documents. From here, you can easily monitor documentation as it's approved and as it populates appropriate folders. And when it's time to submit, all the documents that populate these folders will be exported in a format that can be sent to a submissions publishing tool for sending to the FDA. Documentation for suppliers can be placed in organizer folders. Let's say I'm an internal manager of supplier documentation. Here, I can see all of Supplier A's documentation through the organizer, as well as any other supplier corrective actions or quality events. I can also make the organizer available to Supplier A through a link and designate what they can and cannot see. In this example, let's explore what an end user would see, in this case, a manufacturing operator. If we click on the task box, we are shown all of the pending training that is necessary for a manufacturing operator to be certified to do their job. If we click on an individual training task, we see the necessary procedures and materials for study and exams. The exams can be simple true or false questions, multiple choice, matching, sequencing, or numeric. And to capture an electronic record of the training, the user can sign with an electronic signature, and it's placed in a training folder specific to each user. So let's say we have completed all the tasks in our project, including documentation. We train people on this documentation, so now everyone is trained on their procedures and we are producing a product. And with production comes the likelihood of needing to deal with quality events. So say we have an event like a non-conforming material report. Let's say this particular event was a labeling spec problem. We are able to create a non-conformance record, or NCMR. We can identify the date, time, and type of occurrence along with any other data relevant to the event. When we sign off on the NCMR, it is routed to the appropriate person for review to determine what action needs to be taken. Non-conformance is only one of the many events that can occur. As a quality manager, you are able to track and trend all of the events that have been collected in the system with the analytics dashboard. You have information at a glance, like these charts, which are produced from your data. You can also take a closer look at the underlying report that makes up a chart. You can continue drilling down further to look at specific failure codes. At some point, you will need to do a supplier audit. In this example, we will sign in as a supplier manager. If we go into the supplier's file, we are able to see all of the information we have on the manufacturer, along with whatever audits were performed on the supplier. Your auditors are receiving a task, we are documenting what the audit is about, and we are collecting all of the supporting documentation. So all of the observations, documentation, and information gathered can be viewed from the audit workspace. You can also generate audit reports that are nicely formatted into a Word document for distribution. If we look at our quality events, we can see that a SCAR, or Supplier Corrective Action Report, was issued. We can review that supplier corrective action by clicking on it. We can see the product this SCAR was related to, any attached documentation, and see what the request was and the supplier's response. The last step in the process is change control. Out of a CAPA, you can initiate a change control. In a change control process, you can capture the detail of the specific change. After you have proposed a change, it will route to different groups for assessment, which will be documented by the change form. Finally, we will implement and verify these changes and round out the whole quality story we have just demonstrated. So now you can start to see the power in being able to manage your entire process with one quality management system. MasterControl software can help you improve quality and get your product to market faster. MasterControl, compliance accelerated.